Vamanadev's appearance day, 2009. The Lila begins with chapter 15 of the 8th canto and goes on to chapter 23, about 300 pages of description. Starts off with the description of Bali Maharaj, who performed a massive yagya called Vishwajit Yagya, a sacrifice by which he could become Jit, victorious over the whole universe, Vishwa. And he received so many benedictions and paraphernalia from that yagya that would enable him to conquer the demigods, chariot and all kinds of weapons. While all these blessings, he immediately attacked King Indra of heaven. All the demigods then left the heavenly planets and assumed different bodies. Kamarupinam. Demigods have the ability to change their form at will. Demigods were advised by their guru, Brihaspati, that they would not be able to win if they challenged the demons, so they left. In a previous battle with the demigods, Bali Maharaj actually lost his opulence and died in the fight. But his guru, Bali Maharaj's guru, the guru of the demons, Shukracharya, he brought Bali Maharaj back to life. And as a result, Bali Maharaj became a disciple of Shukracharya and served him with great faith, offering everything he had. Chapter 15 describes the beauty of Indraloka, the Nanda Kanana forest, and so many beautiful ladies and beautiful streets and golden doors and so much opulence. And verse 18 describes Sura Stri Keshavi Brashta Navasogandhika Shrajam. Says that the flowers, the breeze that was blowing in the streets through the city was carrying the wonderful sweet fragrance of the flowers falling from the hair of the demigoddesses. And Acharya in the 10th canto, he explains, possibly on the basis of this verse, he says that when there's repeated references to the demigods showering flowers upon Krishna after he kills a demon, those flowers are actually falling from the hair of the Sura Stri Kesha Vibrashta. These are falling from the hair of the demigoddesses that are watching Krishna's lilas in the flower airplanes above Braj. The demigods were amazed, especially Indra, how the demons got so much power to defeat them. So Brihaspati, the guru, he said that what happened, the Brahmana descendants of Brigamuni, they endowed him with this spiritual power. So Bali Maharaj's power was not actually his own, but that was the power of his exalted guru, Shukracharya. Prabhupada explains in text 28, and by the parampara system, Guru, Shishya, line of Guru and Shishyas, one can be endowed with the original spiritual power coming from God. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidu. And what is this power? What is the nature of this power? It's described that this power is Brahma Teja Sameditam. This is the power that was bestowed upon Bali Maharaj. Brihaspati therefore advised Indra and his demigods, O Indra, you and your soldiers cannot conquer the most powerful Bali. Not even God can conquer him, because now he's equipped with Brahma Teja. This is showing that by the mercy of Guru Kripa, a disciple can receive so much power to serve the Lord and benefit other people by preaching, distributing Krishna consciousness. What actually happened with Lila, although Bali Maharaj, he risked defying the orders of his guru, Shukracharya, and as a result he lost all his property. And because he was a devotee and expressed devotion to the Lord Vamanadev, it's said in the future, in the 8th Manvantara, he actually occupied the throne of Indra again. It's mentioned in one purport. And this is a summary of chapter 16. That Indra's mother, Aditi, who is the mother of the demigods, she was lamenting due to separation from her sons who were kicked out of the heavenly planet. Indra lost his heavenly kingdom. Mother Aditi approached her husband Kashyap, and she received from him instructions how to perform some austerity or perform a brata called the Payal Brat, by doing which she could please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and receive from him a boon of a son who had actually arranged for Indra to get his kingdom back and defeat Bali Maharaj. So this chapter 16 is called Executing the Payal Brata Process of Worship. Kashyap Muni, the husband of Indra's mother, Aditi, and also Indra's father, he was away performing austerities. When he came back, he saw that his wife was very unhappy. He was trying to inquire about the cause. Why was Aditi so unhappy? Was it possibly because she was not, there were some discrepancies in the principles of household life, some discrepancies in their religious practices or dharmarth-kama. And Prabhupada says in the purport, those that are householders, they should not think that dharma or religion is meant to improve the process of a householder's sense gratification. Dharma, art, kam. Household life is actually meant for advancement in spiritual understanding, by which one can get liberation from material clutches. And Kashyap asks another reason that could possibly be a cause for the dissatisfaction. This is the second question, second cause of dissatisfaction or unhappiness. He said, "Oh, Aditi, did you fail to properly receive an uninvited guest, Atiti?" It's actually the duty of a householder to receive guests, even if the guest is an enemy. A seat and a glass of water is a minimal reception in order to not displease a guest. Or displeasing a guest is another cause of being sad or unhappy or unsuccessful. Then Kashyap asked a third question, a third possible cause for his or unhappiness of Aditi. He said, perhaps you did not offer oblations of ghee into the fire while I was away. And Prabhupada discusses in purport of text 9 about fire yajna and sacrifice. It says in the Vedic system, a homa or fire yajna is held to offer ghee, grains, fruits and flowers, so the Vishnu may eat and be satisfied. And also, not only feeding Vishnu, but something called Brahman Bhojan. This is also recommended after the yajna, or offering to Vishnu, Yagyavai Vishnu. Then the prasad, Mahaprasad, is distributed to the brahmanas, so they eat sumptuous food after the yajna. And by this is the second way that the Lord Himself eats, through the mouth of the Brahmins. So this is the Vedic principle that whenever there is a festival or homa or yajna, one should offer oblations into the fire, then distribute sumptuous food for the pleasure of the Brahmanas. In this way, householder can be elevated to heaven and maintain his proper dharmic duties in the context of the Vedic religious system of Varnashram Dharma.